Good evening. With the latest from the Dove Newsroom, I'm Demi DeSoto. Here's our top story tonight. In Washington, D.C., the issue is over 10,000 or so known diseases in the world, but there's only treatments for about 500 of them. The cost and time associated with conducting clinical trials are at an all-time high, and a landmark bill moving through the House, supported by Oregon Representative Greg Walden, could help speed up that process. The 21st Century Cures Act will boost medical research and streamline approval processes for new treatments. Walden praises the benefits of the plan.
There are critical reforms and improvements on mental health and substance abuse programs, as we've heard. These changes will help people all across America, and certainly in Oregon. A Medford resident, Justin, overcame his own battle with addiction through a dual diagnosis treatment program that dealt with the underlying issues fueling addiction, instead of just sort of a Band-Aid approach to his symptoms. So these are the kinds of ideas coming from our folks back home. They're now incorporated in legislation.
The bill represents an agreement between the House and Senate leaders, and after receiving strong support in the House, this bill now heads to the Senate for final approval, and that's expected in the next day or so. Well, new data shows more students in Oregon are homeless now than 1 year ago. The trend has been increasing for the past 3 years, with over 21,000 students who don't have a fixed nighttime residence. Hearts with a Mission serves homeless teens in Grants Pass and in Medford. And Director Kevin Lampson says the need is more about a crisis than it is about homelessness.
You know, it's not just homeless students, it's a crisis. You know, these kids are in crisis. You know, and a lot of times the people that were supposed to be taking care of them didn't. Or they have addictions, or they have, you know, this selfish piece inside of them, you know, that says my life's more important than my kids. And when that happens, you know, you can't justify it. What you have to do is just be there. You have to just love them and, you know, and just pray for God to, you know, be able to help them.
The State Education Department reports that children who are homeless are at risk not being ready for school, with their home instability resulting in missing school and failing and falling behind academically. Well, the Medford Parks and Recreation Department continues to contribute to the local economy by generating quality facilities and events that drive huge tourism revenue. For that effort, once again, they are for the 9th time being recognized nationally by the Amateur Softball Association with the Excellence in National Tournament Hosting Award. The tournament was hosted last August at U.S. Cellular Community Park and generated over $1 million.
Something that Medford had bid on 2 years previously for the right to host this tournament. Sure. And I think we're considered, along with Spokane and Yakima, Washington, and Seattle, Kent, Washington, and so we got the right to host the tournament. And then we were evaluated on how well it went.
And they will host it again in 2017 and continuing the good work out at U.S. Cellular Park. All right, let's take a look at our regional weather forecast. And as we do, we'll start off with Northern California. See, temperature is going to be cool overnight. See some sunshine tomorrow and snow by Sunday. As we look at the next forecast, we'll see some things in the Klamath Basin looking a lot the same. Temperatures in the 20s overnight and the 40s during the day. Central Oregon, same kind of story. 30s overnight, low 20s on Sunday night, 44 and snow on Sunday. And for the Oregon coast, rain throughout the period, clouds 50s, mid-50s up in the daytime, rain throughout the period in Portland Metro. And for Southern Oregon, we'll see the same kind of forecast with some temperatures finally getting up over 50 by the end of it. Be sure to join us for Mornings on the Dove starting at 6 a.m. here on the Dove TV.